Hi everyone, this is Mike Gordon. Welcome back to Perfect Playthrough. Today for our second game of Christmas, we are taking on Thunder Force 2 by popular demand. I've actually got quite a few requests to do for a couple of shoot-'em ups, and the Thunder Force games, from what I heard, seem to be the cream of the crop for the Genesis. Thunder Force 2 was a launch title here in the US, so after this, all I have left is Space Harrier 2 and Last Battle to take care of. Anyways, perfect playthrough conditions involve getting max upgrades for both playstyles and every weapon in the game. But, through all intents and purposes, perfect playthrough conditions just involves beating the game. And I have all the weapons for the overhead stages. This is really fast. And and you can't stop in the overhead. You are constantly moving. And you're moving at Mach speed, so keep in mind that this game is widely regarded as one of the hardest games on the system for a reason. Anyways, I beat the game in 1 minute 25 seconds. You just follow the general path, and you should beat this game in no time flat. Now for the second stage, which is our first horizontal scrolling section. And I actually got my first weapons upgrade, which is from the back one to just the Mega. By the way, if you die a single time, you lose all your upgrades for that particular stage. So if you die on a horizontal stage, you lose all your horizontal power-ups. But the top-down stages, you'll be fine. If you die in the top-down stages, it's the other way around. You lose all your top-down power-ups, but not your horizontal scroller stages. This stage isn't too bad in terms of difficulty. Good way to hang on the rules of the game. And honestly, of the launch titles, this probably is the best looking game. It's also the only third-party release at the Genesis launch, and maybe even in general in 1989. I know there are a number of Capcom games released in '89. I played one of them, Ghouls and Ghosts, but in general they were really only based off Capcom properties. They were actually developed in-house by Sega. And this one was Technosoft, the kings of shoot-'em ups on the Genesis. The original Thunder Force, as far as I know, is like an Apple II exclusive or something. I don't remember. Very simple boss fight. You want to stay between the lasers and just be off the sides of the nose. Be on the lookout for when he charges after you. And just like that, we are done with this stage. Very quick, very easy. And for stage 3, our second top down. Very easy. It's honestly kind of shocking that the twin shots is going to be far more useful to us than its upgraded counterpart. But we need to upgrade our twin shot into the laser because that's part of perfect playthrough conditions. Got an extra life. And that should do it. Under a minute, which means I got 5 extra lives out of that. Extra lives don't really matter. They just make this game a little more bearable if you are able to clear each of the horizontal stages fast enough and kill enough enemies on verticals. You can just farm like mad for extra lives. There are 9 levels in total. Yeah, I already got everything for the horizontal section, so nothing to worry about here. As time goes on, we will largely be abandoning the wave shot until we outside of boss fights. Wave shots deal a ton of damage, but you're going to want something that can home in on oppositions. But in this weird ass space, like right here, I swapped to Hunter. And now I'm swapped all the way back to Wave. You can press and hold the B button to continue firing. And you press A to switch weapons to the left and C to the right. Just like, I believe that's almost like Truxton in a way. Anyways, we did not get 100 kills here, so... And this is probably the longest top-down stage in the game. Maybe even longer than the final level. So just follow the pathway here. It's basically a big cavernous maze. And I switched to the twin shots. So whenever I approach our targets, or I go to twin shots to take care of the bases or the rocks. Actually, Clash works pretty well against the rocks. And those stupid metal ball things keep getting in the way. By the way, I'm talking about the big balls that hover and block your shots, not the small ones that actually act as a defensive support. I got a little lost here. That's all. It can get really easy to get lost in the top-down sections of the game. And I have no idea what triggers these guys to pop up and harass me non-stop, but it's annoying as hell. Yeah, I only need one more of the spinning ball things. This is the way you go. And I need to upgrade my twin shot to the laser. That's literally it in terms of completion percentage. Trying to be really careful here. There's a shit ton of enemies here, And routes is it's very narrow, and you move so goddamn fast. So it's very, very easy to die here. But we did it. That's all that matters. Here is when the vertical sections start getting pretty bloody tough. We still have a ton of wide angle spreads, but at the same time we also have to deal with quite a bit of bullet hell and tricky obstacles that will require the use of each of our weapons outside Nova. Nova has the potential to be the strongest weapon in the game by country mile, but it's difficult to get a hang of it. Got another extra life. Be careful with those spinning platforms, they could crush you. So yep. You can also press this and hold the C or A buttons to just scroll rapid fire right or left. No need for turbo controllers for anything. So yes, this can get really, really hectic. Got full upgrades, and look how fast those balls are spinning. Got free one up here. And I believe, yep, you're at the boss. I switched to Nova right there because it has the potential to deal a ton of damage, and you are going to be constantly going the opposite direction of where. And when you move the opposite direction is when Nova will always fire the opposite direction that you're traveling. So that's how I made use of that weapon. And I use the twin shots here to take care of these bases because that's the common sense route. Bummer, there weren't any we could get the last we could get any of the last two power-ups. That sucks. We still have one more top-down stage after this. That's the final level, so that'll be my last chance to get whatever power-ups. Oh, I got the laser. Fortunately, I don't think the laser's quite as effective as the twin shots at taking out the bases. So just keep following the route from the walls. Go up here. And there it is, the final base. At least I think it's the final base. I actually recall this stage being fairly lengthy as well. And you can just sort of tell that you're hitting the thing, because you hear that boop, 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 boop. It's very clear what the headset on anyways. Tear through that. Oh, and here's the final base to blow up. And I got my extra lives. Or at least an extra life. 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Not as long as the last stage, but still pretty lengthy, all things considered. And this is when all hell breaks loose. As you have to deal with narrow-ass corridors and bullet hell up the ass. And oh yeah, there are sections where you go insanely fast. And there are some spots with dead ends as well, so be careful. As I said, I already got everything for the horizontal section, so that part is still under perfection. But I'm still missing an extender, like one of those spinning small balls that basically act as a shield against bullets. And fire their own projectiles as well. Alright, here's the part where you want to try to keep up with the stage. Because now we are committed to our path. I actually thought about going up there, but I was like, you know what? I think I need to commit myself to this path. So far, we haven't reached any paths that lead to dead ends. But that's about to change real fast. Stay up there to avoid the back missiles. And we have to kill these guys before we can move on. And let's keep going. Yeah, you're absolutely gonna want to use the hunter shots for here, because enemies and bullets basically come from everywhere. That was a bit of a graphical sound glitch right there. That wasn't the boss either. Now we just keep moving, and after this batch of enemies, we just speed through this section right here. So just like that, and here you want to go down, because up's a dead end. Path doesn't matter here, and I believe soon we want to switch to up. Yep, right there. I know a boss that's probably about as close to impossible to take down under normal play. Or at least without dying. I'm pretty sure it's fully expected that you die in this stage. It's fully expected for most people to die in this stage. But anyone who has any history playing bullet hell can probably commit themselves to the memorizations here and dodge the lasers, or at least make as great an effect as possible here. Almost like it's second nature. By the way, this is the longest stage in the game by a country mile. About 4 minutes long. But enough of that. The final horse, the final top-down stage, and the final level of the game. There's really nothing here, and what we have to take down are those giant cannons. And this is before we reach the weapons generator. The plot seems to be an intergalactic, is supposed to center on an intergalactic war with a rival military force. It's not, I don't think it's aliens this time, but it does deal with ancient alien civilizations and whatnot. It's more like humans against humans in space. You know, like Gundam or Star Wars or something. I don't know. Anyways, it doesn't really matter. No, I actually checked. There aren't any cutscenes. And the background here has changed. And oh look, I failed to realize this, but I got my full set of upgrades here. Great, now we can achieve a perfect playthrough here. All we need to do now is beat the game. And the change of scenery actually confirms that. We want to take out these lasers, it's almost impossible to pass without doing so. Or at least without dying. And be careful not to touch any part of this ship or you will die. And this is the last piece that you want to try to get. And my shots are landing. I switched from Hunter to Clash because they deal more damage. And just like that, we've beaten Thunder Force 2 with all upgrades for both. With all weapons and all upgrades, and with in both sets of balls, in both play styles. And that's it. Thunder Force 2, another launch title down for the count. The final shot that Lisa fired pierced the center of Prairios. Lisa was the name of the ship we were firing. Prairios is the battleship we fought. Prairios is falling into the darkness. Spoilers, you can. Mission accomplished. I'll be right back. What the hell does that mean? There's no second quest in Thunder Force 2, by the way. The game has ended right here and there. Right here and now. There are also no special features at all. So what you saw here is as perfect of a perfect playthrough as you can possibly imagine of this game. Pretty much the only thing I haven't done was deathless speedrun strats, but that's it. Even the music is a little snazzy for a day one release. I still prefer Altered Beast score, but you know, considering what they had to work with, I definitely think this beats out Truxton in the shoot 'em up category. And I actually fondly remember, and I honestly remember Truxton from my childhood. I only recently discovered this game. So, will I be covering Space Harrier 2 or Last Battle as part of this Christmas marathon? Who knows? We will have to wait and see. I mean, after all, it is Christmas. It's all about the surprise, if anything. But I will say this, I am planning on my next perfect playthrough as we speak. I hope to get it out quickly. Man, this title goes on forever and ever, doesn't it? Like, it moves slowly. Copyright by Technosoft, the first third party to come on board the Sega Genesis. And hopefully I will get more opportunities to play more Techno Soft titles like Thunder Force 3 and 4. I heard that is the cream of the crop on the Genesis is Thunder Force 4. So fingers crossed that I will be blown away by then. But if you all like what you see here, leave a like, comment, subscribe to my channel. I greatly appreciate it. With all that out of the way, this is Mike Gordon signing out.